Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The recitation for the day is the 23rd Shabad from Sri Rag Mahalla Pehla. Vanaj Karah Vanajariho, Vakhar leho samal, तैसी वस्त विसाही है जैसी निभै नाल अग्गे साहो सुजान है लैसी वस्त समाल भाई रे राम कहो चित लाए हर जस वखर लै चलो सौ देखे पति आए रहाओ जिन्ना रास न सच है क्यों तिना सुख होए खोटे वणज वणजिए मन तन खोटा होए फाही फाथे मिर्ग ज्यों दुख घणो नित रोए खोटे पोते ना पवै तिन हर गुर दर्श न होए खोटे जात न पत है खोट न सीजस कोय खोटे खोट कमावना आए गया पत खोए राम नाम रंग रत्या पार न परम तिनाहा हर जप लाहा अगला nirbhav har man maha. So Guruji here in this Shabad is addressing the mind, our essential self, as a Vanjara, a nomadic trader, if you will. And the Vanjaras, the literal meaning of this word is a forest wanderer or a trader, and it refers to a community that plied their trade or their goods in caravans of bullock carts. And evidently a section of this group had contact with Guru Nanak and continues to own him as Guru. And the belief is that it's very likely that this passage was inspired by his contact with them and is perhaps directed at them and us, using them as an example. Trading, the metaphor of trading, which Guruji has used quite a bit. And so trading might, on the face of it, appear to us to be somewhat removed from a quote-unquote spiritual life, yet life is transactional. All of our choices are trade-offs between outcomes. And so the instruction to the Vanjara here in stanza 1 is to safeguard capital. Vakhar leh samal. Safeguard your capital. Whatever that capital is, whether it's cash or whether it's a talent, safeguard it, and then make investment choices that will yield a positive return. We all understand that. Taisi vastavasa, jaisi nibhe nal, the one that will sustain with you. In other words, don't make losing investments. Be smart about it. And the ability and the skill to trade is what we have in our hand. And we have to develop an eye for the genuine article. And that is what defines the success or failure, for that matter, of a merchant. Because trading in counterfeit brings loss and grief. So like the nomadic trader, the soul is a wayfarer. But it has been given a priceless endowment, namely that of human life. And so regardless of differences in external circumstances, each one of us has a treasure locked up within us, which is, to put another way, the potential for self-realization. So this is the trade that has to be made. Har jas vakkar la chalo. So the caution in this passage is for us not to trade away our inheritance by making unwise or false trades. Khote varnaj varnajya, man tan khota hoy. What this means is not to live or trade life from the perspective of the self or ego, the false self. So this false sense of self, by its very nature, is a constructed self and lacks full and conscious awareness because its view is tainted, khota, by survival instinct and driven by fear. When you're driven by fear, even in the stock market, you don't make good trades. So when we live and act out of a false self or an ego consciousness, we are in effect trading in counterfeit and making these false trades. We send false signals, engage in false labeling, deception, and lying. So in order to invest the capital of life wisely, it is important to cultivate discernment, vivek buddhi, the ability to discriminate between what is false and what is real. This requires the development of guru wisdom. Bhai re Ram kaho chetalai. So connect with that intuitive knowledge within you, the Ram in you, which is the self in you, and then make the right trade. Indeed, that would be the right trade. So we leave you with these thoughts until the next time. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.